Hey y'all, welcome back to Floating Hands on the internet. So my energy's kind of low today, so I wanted to just do a quick update on Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber. Somebody requested it, and I guess they were just seen at Coachella or whatever, some festival with their son, and they looked really happy. So I kind of just want to do a check-in on Justin Bieber. I haven't done him in a while, or maybe at all, I don't know. And just him and Hailey's marriage. This is always for alleged and entertainment purposes only. If you want a free reading, I'm still doing them. Just email me your picture, your prompt, and your birthday at floatinghands@gmail.com. Okay, so I'm gonna look into Justin first. So let's see how Justin's doing mentally. So we're gonna do mentally and then his relationship with Hailey. All for alleged and entertainment purposes only. Alright, so how's he doing? And then how's his marriage with Hailey? And then the third row will be how's he doing as a dad? So how's he doing? How's he doing generally? Jesus Christ. You guys. Damn. Okay. So 3 major arcanas. He's definitely going through some transformations. The Magician card is in the reversal, which is about trying to force a situation. You're kind of blocked off from getting what you want, manifesting what you want. There's like a disconnect from your personal power. It's also Mercury, which is about messages and communication. So wouldn't be shocked if he's not being able to really articulate how he's feeling. The Death card, I do have to point out that Diddy is a Scorpio, and that's the first thing I thought of when I pulled that card. So I just want to put that out there, especially with the Emperor card in the reversal right next to it. But I'm going to digress. The Death card's in the upright, which is good, though, if we're talking about transformation and release. I think he's going through a cycle. He should be coming out of his Saturn return, so that's good. I mean, things are shifting, and I will say with it in the upright, he is kind of surrendering, but it's hard. Now the Emperor card is in the reversal, and that's about inability to take action. Like I said, with the Death card right next to it and the Emperor in the reverse, that kind of feels like Diddy is still kind of living in his head rent free, all for alleged entertainment purposes only. So send him lots of love and prayers. Yeah, again, these are both about disconnection, personal power, and the Death card's in the middle. So I still think he feels kind of powerless. It's hard for him to talk about. That's kind of how he's doing, generally speaking. But I mean, with the Death card being in the upright, I do think that's an acknowledgement of him at least kind of accepting this transformation and not fighting it. He has not connected with like his inner child and his self at this point. So send him lots of love. I'm keep on hearing Black Eyed Peas, where is the love? All right, so and that's 3 major arcana. So how is he doing in his marriage? Yeah. That's interesting. So the Ace of Pentacles is in the reversal, which is about delayed abundance, an opportunity not working out. Was he supposed to tour or something? Because I feel like, didn't he like call off his tour or something? I'm not sure. There's something to do, because the Ace of Pentacles in the reversal, which is about trying hard to make something work, or like you're headed in the wrong direction. You're trying to control. That could be Hailey. But the Queen of Swords is in the reversal, which is about yeah, there's a lot of criticism. I think he blames himself, heavy on the self-criticism. He might blame her too, but it's more so himself. That's also like, yeah, that's like you're not wanting to acknowledge the truth, but also you're just critical and you're defensive. I feel like there's a lot of self-loathing and self-criticism, and like I said, not being able to, speak his shit. I think he definitely still feels that way in the marriage. But the Ace of Wands is upright, which is about a new beginning. So that could either be him wanting to, I don't know that he's wanting to be in another relationship, though. Like, I don't think it's him wanting to be in another relationship. They could be going to therapy together with that Ace of Wands, or that's something he's thinking about, or maybe that's something she wants, because the Ace of Wands is also about an olive branch, and yeah, it's just about like it's either like I'm inclined to believe it's a reignited passion within them rather than him beginning anew something with else. It also could be about another pregnancy, because that could be like expanding your, because the Ace of Wands is, sexual cards, and so that could be about in the beginning. So it could be about another child as well. I'm not gonna speak on another woman if she's, with child, but I'd say overall they're trying hard to make it work, but I think there's they're trying to control it a little bit too hard. I'm gonna say the Queen of Swords, that's about defensiveness. I'm picturing her kind of yelling at him or getting frustrated. And then the Ace of Wands, like I said, that's either, like I said, I can pull cards to see if he would step out on her, but honestly, it just kind of feels like he doesn't have room for anybody's bullshit. Like, it kind of reminds me of when people joke around, like, oh, you got a girlfriend, like, when they're married to their wife, and they're like, oh, is that your girlfriend calling you? It's like, bro, what? I can't keep up with a girlfriend and a wife, so I think that's kind of where Justin Bieber's at. I mean, I think if he wasn't married to her and didn't have a kid with her, like, he wouldn't give her the time of day, but they're married, so they kind of have to work on it. I guess they could get divorced. But my point is, yeah, with the Ace of Wands, to me, that's like trying to reignite a spark. They're trying. I'm hearing Taylor Swift's song, This Is Me Trying. And it also could be about her wanting to have more children. Because, I mean, she already has one kid with him. Like, it's kind of reminded me of, Scott and Courtney Disick just pop in. Sorry. Oh, my God, Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick just pop into my mind, where they just had a bunch of kids together, even though Scott was kind of a piece of shit. So how's he doing in his fatherhood? I'm hearing the song Dear Theodosia by Hamilton, because that pentacle, like the line and all the yellow, it's like, you out, Philip, you outshine the morning sun, my son. Oh, that makes me want to cry. Okay. Yeah, so with that Page of Pentacles, it's like he wants to give him the world. He wants to give him stability, everything that he never had. I want to cry in this energy. The High Priestess is in the reversal, which again is about a disconnection. So I feel like he loves his son and he's trying his best, but the High Priestess is about knowing yourself and acknowledging yourself, and I think it's still really hard for Justin Bieber to acknowledge what has happened to him, especially with the Diddy thing. Like I said, I do think Diddy's still in his energy, unfortunately, and I think he's working on it. But as far as fatherhood goes, I think he still is kind of figuring it out. I think that High Priestess is him kind of being disconnected from himself, but also not knowing. I just heard the quote, there's no way to be the best dad, but there's there's no one way to be the best dad, but there's a million one ways to be a good one. So I think he's trying to figure it out. But with that Knight of Cups, I mean, Justin is a Pisces. So I think that's, yeah, because that's about needing to that's about pacing yourself, and getting up and swept up in emotional experiences. Yeah, so I think he's kind of coming into his own in fatherhood, but like I said, I keep on hearing that song Dear Theodosia, and so I think he's trying his best to give him everything that he had and to protect him. I'm picturing somebody shielding somebody, so I definitely think he's going to be trying really hard to shield him from stuff. So yeah, because now I'm picturing a footballer blocking, an offensive line blocking everyone so they don't get to their, so the other team doesn't get to their quarterback. So he definitely loves his kid, and he's trying. He's trying very hard. I will say that. So let's just end this on what can we expect from Hailey and Justin in the next year, 6 months to a year. Shuffle. What to expect from Hailey and Justin Bieber in the next year, if anything. I mean, they could be taking a break, because this King of Swords is about acknowledging the truth. That's about somebody who's smart, who's intellectual, somebody who knows what they're doing. It's also, swords are also about truth, speaking your truth. The devil card's in the reversal, which is about releasing yourself from a toxic situation. And the Four of Swords is about literally taking a break. So they might not get divorced. I am being drawn to like this church thing right here. I know they're religious, right? I don't know why, but this could or could not be public knowledge. But it's like, to me, I'm hearing like wisening up, releasing yourself from toxic. If they don't it wouldn't shock me if they had another baby, but yeah, with the Four of Swords, that's about taking a break. Yikes. Listen, this is reminding me of the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce situation for alleged and entertainment purposes only, where the tarot can read one way because it's right. Sorry. No facts, all opinions. It's people's intuition, right? So I'm being drawn to how we'll never know about Travis and Taylor unless they get divorced, right? How things were if they were bad. So that's kind of what I'm being drawn to. The Ten of Swords is in the upright, which is about painful endings. Again, with that Devil card. The Knight of Swords is in the reversal, which is about being like running out of steam. And then the Ten of Pentacles is in the reversal, which is about feeling controlled, wanting to break away. They could have money problems too, but it just kind of feels like they're going to be taking a break, and we might not hear about it for a while, but that's what I kind of see for them for the next 6 months to a year. They could have a kid. I can't get that out of my mind. Yeah, they could have some money overcoming obstacles. All right. I feel like Hailey, I mean, I could see her really diving into her own business. I mean, she has like, what is it? Didn't she sell her business or something like that? There could be some money problems, but or like them focusing on both of them focusing on their careers or like money, because she does her lip gloss thing and he does his music. The Strength card's about overcoming obstacles. I'm just being drawn to the woman, so I feel like it's Hailey kind of tapping into her strength. And then these are literally the same, right? Sorry, it took me a second to see. And they're separate, right? It's like the Magician and the Strength card. They're like the woman and male version of each other. See, like the halos and stuff. But that's about like manifestation. So I feel like they could be branching off, and I mean, they already did their own separate thing, but really, and like I said, we might not see this from a public perspective, but I would expect them to be doing their own thing. And like I said, there could be another kid in there in the next 6 months to a year, or a pregnancy, but as far as their break that they might have, we might not know about it. So that was for alleged entertainment purposes only. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want a free reading from me, email me at flittingins@tigmail.com. And thank y'all so much for watching. Bye.